Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. So at Republic Mode Monday today we have two things, Steam and Soldiers. So we have 35 to 40 mods released in the last 7 days. There's a lot of beautiful maps that you need to go and check out. Just go, find yourself something nice on the workshop. But let's get cracking. School of 50s Łódź Bałuty, I hope I'm not butchering this, by Jutland or Jutland. Real building located in Łódź, 18 workers plus 26 teachers, 12 children per teacher. Textures and custom sound borrowed based on Rob 074 works. Yeah, there's a lot of things that looks like it's based on Rob's work, which is really nice to see as well, hopefully with permissions and all. But yeah, I really enjoy these kind of models. I have to say they're one of my favorites. Also, it comes with the skins if you wanna go for that. Let's go and check out the realism of this school. So we have it all the way here, Łódź 1950s. This is actually something that I'm really looking forward to. I don't think we have these early buildings too much in the game. This one is 28,000, vanilla is 11,000. Capacity wise it's more than double and more than double the price, so quite realistic as usual. Link in description of the video. Armenian corner stalinkas part 1 by Abhkazia Hike 852. Set of 5 residential corner stalinkas based on a real building in Yerevan, Armenia, accommodates 54, 55, 68, 68 and 86 workers with 95 to 99% living quality. This is absolutely beautiful. Abel, I don't really want to say progress. I think he found inner peace and started making absolutely gorgeous mods. One of the most beautiful buildings I can say he creates, and I really love them. And plus, Oolykee likes Stalinka style buildings, so this is definitely going to be something I'm going to be using all the time. Plus, I think I might be even aligning my cities and roads on the cities just to fit these buildings in. You have, of course, corner one here were like 90 degrees, but some of them are not pure 90 degrees, so you can definitely squeeze them in all over the place. Absolutely beautiful. What about the price tag, I hear you ask? Actually, I don't hear you asking, but 18,000, I can tell you straight away, vanilla buildings are under 20,000, and none of them, the biggest one that Abel released here is half the size of the biggest buildings in the game. We don't even have to check this, quite realistic in price tags, so definitely big thumbs up, and my favorite mod is Mod Monday. Warsaw Pact Military Export Pack, Warsaw Pact Military Export Pack, my bad, by Sabro. Pack of military vehicles intended for manufacturing and export by a Republic. Vehicles include are only those that were produced under license of Warsaw Pact countries in real life, years of appearance and based on dates of Warsaw Pact countries acquiring the license to produce the vehicles, not on production by the USSR. The vehicles can be found in a bus category. There's a list of them, T34, 54, 55, 72, BMP 1 and 2, MTLB, BTR 50 and 60. Warning, those vehicles are intended only for production and direct export. They cannot move on their own, use trucks, trains or ships to transport them. Okay, that's a really good thing to know. I did not test exports yet, but they're absolutely gorgeous models. They're beautiful. Let's see if I can recognize some of them. This is the Gopher. I think the NATO name is Gopher. MTLB. We have BTR 60, I believe this is, yeah, BP, and then we have I have no idea, BTR 50, yeah, my bad, and then we have BMP 2, BMP 1, and this is 34, 55 and 72 models of tanks. There's more. You can go and purchase them. They're under buses. Let's go ahead and check the buses. Here we go. You can see them for 4 passengers, 22 passengers and all. They're not intended to be transporting passengers, but they're just labeled there because 3 Division doesn't allow us to have military section in here. Absolutely beautiful. You can see that they're quite pricey. Of course, there are huge piles of steel and, you know, killing machines, so it's the quite complex thing. You're gonna earn a pretty penny if you wanna start producing these bad boys. Anyway, for more details, link in the description of the video. Jutland or Jutland and Polish soldiers 40s and 50s. always wanted to populate your military base, maybe to guard a secret police headquarters or ministry building. Here are soldiers of a Polish people's army. They will stand their ground no matter what, rain, sun, snow, protecting our young republic day and night eternally. Pack contains figures of 9 soldiers with various equipment, 4 times Mosin, 3 times PPSH, 2 times DP-27 and 1 officer. Functions are free to build monuments without collisions. 4 are standing in drill-like a position with their weapons on the back's ground. Rest are pretty chill stances. As you can see here, these are the I cannot zoom any more than this, but as you can see here, these are the soldiers that we are talking about. Some of them are in standstill. You can see, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and this looks like it's an officer. Yeah, it's an officer. Ha! I recognize it straight away. And some of them are in chill position, so you can just place them all around your republic in important places. Maybe even like traffic wardens or something in the middle of the road. All jokes aside, really ingenious idea. I think this is something that I'm going to be using myself. They don't have any loyalty increase, but maybe that's something that should be considered, because, you know, like you have these parades or soldiers in like Buckingham Palace or whatever, they can have some small influence on the loyalty towards people. That wouldn't be the worst idea ever. Anyway, really beautiful models. They're free to build just to beautify our nation. Polish soldiers as well. Really great stuff. More details, link in the description of the video. Delta and early train Trackbuilder B and O1832. The mod includes a basic diesel locomotive and track builder designed for early starts pre-1950s. The Grasshopper was a very early locomotive type developed and sold within the USA from 1932-1970. It was a small, scrappy little engine with most of its machinery open to the elements. Most of the Grasshopper, which have been... I'm gonna let this be something that you're gonna read about. Now, this is something that a lot of you are gonna be interested in. I'm just gonna speed this up because we don't have a lot of workers working. It's only 15 people, so we can see this beautiful machine actually in action. We should have enough for it to exit the actual building, and it's a really beautiful model. I'm gonna say that this is a early track builder. We're gonna go, while we wait for it to exit the building, we're gonna go and cover it. It's in dollars. You have to buy it in dollars. So if you go to dollars, 16,000. It has a speed of 9, level speed 9, but it does have 15 people that can work at the same time on this machine. So how does it compare to others? We don't have any American ones, but you can see here speed 10 AGMU is 19,000 rubles. So I think it's a fair price. It's a little bit cheaper in dollars, but this is an old machine. I bet it's also slower than the Soviet one. So definitely not a cheaty mod, because these slow machines, you're gonna use them only if you're a masochist, because it's gonna take forever for them to actually build this. But I think it's a really great model. I think it's quite realistic. I think it's beautiful, and for you guys who like starting early, definitely a must-have. More details, link in the description of the video. On-street parking by Mr. Novu. Save space by parking on street and residential areas. Absolutely beautiful model. On the right hand side you can see here populated one, populated with cars. That will be 12 cars. That's a parking for 12 cars, and on the left hand side you have the empty one. Now this building will set you back 807 rubles. How does it compare to vanilla one? We can go and real quickly check. So we have the parking spaces here. The 16 car, it's quite realistic. For 6 cars, 500 rubles. For the 16 cars is 1,020 rubles. So definitely quite realistic price. Really beautiful model. Link in the description of the video. Model E Steamcar by Novu. The Model E Steamcar was the automobile produced by White Steam Car Company of Cleveland between 1901 and 1912. This replica version is available until 1961 in 5 colors. So when you start, you have to buy them straight away, or use it or lose it. But you can also produce it later on, or even leave the option to buy older models. Power 8 kilowatts, speed 45 kilometers per hour. I think I'm just gonna double check this, because I think, sell the vehicle. Yeah, I think you can only use it in rubles, which is weird. It should be in dollars, but hey ho. Modders option. So you cannot buy this vehicle in... You cannot buy it by using dollars. You can only buy it by using rubles, which is again a little bit on a strange side, but hey ho, not a big deal. You can find it here in the Steamcar. It comes in several different models. 600 rubles is a price tag. Comparing it to vanilla, it's a little bit cheaper, but it's way slower and older model. Anyway, I think it's quite realistic. For more details, we have a link in the description of the video. I give you Abhkazia by HLLO. Sorry if I'm misreading the name, but this is the only description of the map we have. It's actually Abhkazia, map of Abhkazia. Why I chose this map is because it has absolutely gorgeous and beautiful infrastructure, quite realistic. I love it. It does have decent amount of infrastructure. There's some electricity hoses all around, but I think they're mostly like a telegraph poles, just placed there for visual effects next to the railroads. You can see here, this really reminds me of Topor's maps, where he put a lot of these all over the place. They are slow wood railroads, and they only go, there's only one line, only one track, so it's gonna be challenging for you to upgrade this to a better quality one. Also, a second track probably would be necessary. It goes all the way to the border with Soviet Union, I believe, would be in this direction. Wow, this is a really beautiful map, I have to say. I'm really enjoying even presenting it. Okay, you have the hilly areas here. We're gonna go and check the map first. So if we open a map, go and check it. This is the Caucasus Mountains. To the north would be the today's Russian Federation, or the Soviet Socialist, Russian Soviet Socialist Republic. I think would be in those days. And then we have to the west Georgia. Now it's still like, this is a controversial map because Abkhazia is de facto independent, separate from Georgia, but there's a controversies with that, which we're not gonna go into. NATO border, Georgia over there. We have more NATO borderlands, but I don't think we have any more NATO border crossings. And then Soviet ones. I'm not sure if there's a tunnels in these Caucasus Mountains here that connect us to the Russian Federation, but definitely there's one on the border crossing there. We're gonna check it. No, it doesn't seem like it is. So if we go and check out the map, you can see here border crossing with Soviet republics here and the NATO on the other side. Let's go and check out the resources, which are plentiful. Bear in mind, a lot of them are outside of your map, all the way in the Caucasus. Then we have iron. Again, it is 100% quality on the source, but there's not that much of it. Like it's spread out. Let me show you this. If you go to the iron mine, if you try to make it, you can see here that it's not gonna be big green blob. It's actually gonna be quite challenging to get like even 50% of coal of iron from here. Continuing on, we have the oil offshore and a little bit of onshore, but close to NATO border, so far away from Soviet border. And then we have uranium, again close to the NATO border rather than the other way around. And then we have some bauxite in the central part of the map. I think it's quite nice and quite realistic map representation. I don't think it's going to be too easy to play it, but hey ho, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, you have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.